Hey there, folks. Chris Waters here at the Microsoft Showcase at San Diego Comic-Con, and it's my great pleasure to be joined by Christina Chong and Mike Colter, two of the stars of Halo Nightfall. Christina, thank you for taking the time to chat with me.
No, of course, thank you.
So you guys, Halo Nightfall, I mean, it's at Comic-Con, you've sort of been lifting the lid off of it a little bit more, showing folks what it's all about. How's the response been, Mike?
It's been great. Everybody's been really enthusiastic about the trailer. They like what they see, and I can understand why, because I think we're taking it to another level. We're trying to raise the bar again for the fans and really get them invested in this. So when they play the game, they're going to be so much more invested, and that's what we really want. I mean, I'm an actor, but I'm also interested in playing the game now that I've seen the trailer. I want to play it myself. I want to play and see where this whole thing goes. It's awesome.
Very cool. The game, of course, Halo 5, Guardians, and the events of Halo Nightfall are going to be leading into that. So to give us a taste of sort of the setting in Halo Nightfall, Christina, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
I play Mesa, who's a Cedron soldier, and she's kind of very brave, courageous, and very loyal soldier. And she's kind of at that point where she's aware that there's a lot more out there for her in general, and she comes across the Oni guys and sees it as an opportunity to kind of take a step up and prove that she too, with the necessary training, could become an elite soldier.
Look into the Oni guys, of course, that elite cadre we've seen in the Halo universe thus far. Mike, tell us about your character.
Well, Commander Locke is a new character that's been introduced into the Halo universe. He's a leader of men, and he's a guy that has a lot of positive things that are going for him, but he's still in a stage of progression. The story is an origin story, and this character is being introduced because he does later on become a Spartan. Right now, what's so appealing about this character is that we get to see him before he's a Spartan, when he's a soldier, but he's not fully formed. So he's in the mix. He's backs against the wall. He's going through it. He's got some things going on. He's trying to protect the people that he came with. He's trying to be responsible for those people, and at the same time, he's trying to figure out what is the next move. Because when you watch the film, you're going to see that there's a lot of things that we're going to deal with that we had no idea, and we're in over our heads. So that's the thing about it. You want to see people in a vulnerable situation, and I guess ultimately that's what makes it appealing. The drama of it all. We're going to be on a planet that we've never seen before, and I hope the fans like what we're going to go through, because it was really tough to film it, and I think it's going to be a big payoff.
Really tough to film it, Christina. You're echoing that sentiment?
Yeah, we were in Iceland for half of the shoot, and considering that we were supposed to be acting as if we were on the planet which was 50 degrees Celsius, which is 100 Fahrenheit, something like that.
Thereabouts.
And we were actually feeling probably -4 degrees C,
yeah,
which is Fahrenheit.
Almost freezing.
Yeah. Like, we had to put layers on. We had like 2 or 3 layers underneath our clothes. But as you see, I have a vest top for a lot of it, so it was challenging.
Yeah, a little bit challenging. Yeah, so basically we're on a planet that's supposed to be very, very, very hot, but instead, in reality, it's very, very, very cold. That's where our keen acting ability comes in, because you will not notice that we're freezing. We are very good.
Sweat, obviously, we have fake sweat to kind of make it look like, and that's water.
Add a little water when you're at your coldest.
Yeah. It's great. Yeah.
Only serving to make the situation so much more comfortable for you guys. So, this planet, it's sort of mysterious, but we do know, and we sort of caught a glimpse of the image behind us, that a fragment of the Halo has crashed down to it. Strange things are happening and going on there. This is, Mike, you were saying, sort of an origin story and a lead into Halo 5. So I guess my question for you guys is, how is this project, so being connected to this great sort of lore, this established universe already, this video game that loved by so many, how is it different than another project you might have acted on? Sort of how does that influence, how does it change the scene?
Well, I mean, for me, I can only say that, when it was pitched to me, it was pitched as a film. What we did do is we shot it like a film, in the sense that there was really no chapters, or there was no episodic approach to it. We shot it, the shot selections by Sergio, who's a wonderful director. He made great shot selections. The crew, we shot in the same pace as a film, and I feel like the end product is a film. Now, we will give it to you in a segmented format, but that being said, it's still a film. And so I've shot films, and that felt really, natural. That felt like it was, this is where I'm at home. what was new for me, it was shooting in the armor. I mean, shooting in these exotic locations. The characters, if you talk about suspending disbelief as an audience, we too as actors, it's a little harder to we're 400 years in the future. Everything's different. There's nothing I have in common with this guy. So we really had to suspend our disbelief, and we had to get our minds wrapped around the POV and what's at stake, the human emotion, and what's important. And so I think when you see the film, I think you'll see that ultimately when you boil it down, and I think over the process of the film, you will see us boiled down, you'll see us stripped away, and you'll see us at our most vulnerable. And I think ultimately the human connection is what's going to bring the fans in. And ultimately, once they get connected again, we'll release them back into the gaming world, and we'll see the emotional connection. And that's going to be a payoff for us,
Yeah, completely agree with Mike. Yeah.
Very cool. So that's one of the things that I think Halo 4 did very well, was sort of created that emotional connection. In the past, you're this tall super soldier, and that's fun to play in a video game, but it's a little alienating,
Yeah.
So I think 343 Industries and the creative teams behind this have done a great job so far, and certainly optimistic for Nightfall. Christina, give us a glimpse at something that you think folks are going to really enjoy about the show or about your character in particular.
Like Mike touched on, I think for me, as I'm not a gamer, I'm coming into this as someone who didn't even know what Halo was when I auditioned for it. I think the main thing is the strong character-driven storyline, and from what I hear, there's kind of they come across some new kind of dangerous.
The elements
and the characters. There's these new kind of things coming in, which is going to be really great for the Halo fans to see. And yeah, for me, it was the amazing locations, the action, so much action as well that we were doing. We're abseiling, rock climbing, or maybe not this guy, but
Yeah, I got out of that one. No rock climbing.
Too high for him.
We started the scene where, well, that's not the reason. Let's just be honest. I mean, I'm a man of all men. I will do anything. But luckily, it was written, so we started the scene. I was down already. I had already gotten down. Yeah.
How convenient, Mike.
I really wanted to be there, but unfortunately, I needed to do the dialogue at the bottom. So I just one of those things.
Well, thank you two so much for taking the time to talk about Halo Nightfall. Certainly a lot of secrets in there for Halo fans, and I think sounds like some cool stuff to discover for us all about the characters we're going to see a lot of in Halo 5 Guardians. Thank you folks for watching. Stay tuned to GameSpot for more from Comic-Con.